I'm making the ultimate Marry Me Butterbeans my way. These are so good. Some would call this a girl dinner. I just call this a good meal. And I'm working with 2 cans of butterbeans. I like to opt to add fire roasted squash, zucchini, onions, and bell peppers, but you can add the spinach. Okay, so I'm going to prep the ingredients. I'm chopping 1 small onion, 3 cloves of garlic, and I am going to add some ghee or clarified butter. A tablespoon of cooking oil or butter works, and be sure to check the description below for ingredients. Here I'm going to add my diced onion, and I'm going to begin the saute. I'll probably add a pinch of salt. So, these Marry Me Butterbeans are one of my favorite dishes. This goes great as a side, but this is a meal in my opinion because it's so good. So I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic and just continue the saute over a medium to medium-high heat. I don't want things to burn. Now I'm going to add in some crushed red pepper flakes, here smoked paprika, some garlic, salt, and pepper mix, and some oregano leaves. Here I'm adding some dried parsley because I don't have fresh to finish the dish. So I'm just going to give that a mix, warm through all of these dried spices. The next ingredient, you could use a vegetable or chicken broth. I'm using chicken bone broth. Now for the butter beans. Going in, 2 cans that I've drained. Here I just added extra smoked paprika and onion powder. A lot of the ratios of seasonings and spices are to your taste and preference, so feel free to adjust. I'll give you a starting point. Now I'm going to add these frozen veggies. I have a bag that I bought from Costco of fire roasted vegetable mix, and I love using it. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. By the way, you can also add fresh baby spinach leaves, which is actually the original recipe. I just love the flavor of these fire roasted vegetables, so it's good for me. Now I'm going to add my julienne sun-dried tomatoes. You probably could saute those. I kind of forgot. But like a 1/4 cup to a 1/3 cup works in this. Give it a mix and just let it simmer. You really want to simmer these canned beans. And what I like to do is mash 1/3 of the beans in the pan. So if you want to keep this vegetarian, skip out on the chicken bone broth, use vegetable broth, mash these beans, and you have creamy consistency without the heavy cream and the cheese in the mix. It's still very good. So I'm going to combine this well. I'm going to be using a 1/4 cup of heavy cream and like a 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And if I want more, I'll add more. Like I said, taste things. And this is another reason why you want to salt towards the end, because the Parmesan cheese is salty. So I'm going to add the cream and give that a mix, and we're almost to the finish line. I'm also going to be adding fresh basil leaves. I actually have basil that grows in my landscaping because I made the mistake of putting some in my landscape and it kind of just grows on its own now. So that's what I'm using. Give that a mix, salt, season to taste, and it's done. I like to add a little extra crushed red pepper flakes on top and give it a mix just for an extra kick. I'm also toasting sourdough bread, and this is the meal. But like I said, you could serve this as a side to maybe roasted chicken and a salad. It's just so good. A little extra Parmesan cheese on top. And it's time to dig in. I'm so hungry and I love this. And I am sharing it with my husband and son. If you are looking for extra fiber in your diet, this is a very tasty way to do it. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it. And thanks for watching.